Hey, it's Mike, Rocky Ridge Pigeons. I just got a return from, I don't know, probably about 5 weeks. And for some reason he's not going to the loft. I'm not sure which bird that is, a blue bar, but it has one white flight on the right side. So when it traps, I'll be able to figure out which bird it is. I think what I'll do is I'll release some of the other birds, and that ought to bring it in a little bit quicker. Let's try that. Well, I didn't release any of the other birds because it came down. It's right there. Nice looking bird. My first impression is that it's been well taken care of, so I don't know why they don't notify me that they have my bird, but it definitely is what happens, unfortunately. I'm gonna go on the inside and call it as if I'm feeding the birds, and it should come right in. There it is. Looks like a hen. Well, I just looked up its number, and it's one of Mike McKinney's birds. It felt really good when I picked it up. It had plenty of fat on its chest, and the way it was flying around here, it didn't seem to have any trouble. So I just put it back in here. I'm not going to bother quarantining it. It looks very healthy, so it's right there. Good looking hen. Kind of a proven bird now. Probably will never lose that girl. Yeah, so I just looked at my records, and I actually lost that bird on the 3rd race, not the 4th race. I only lost 3 birds on that race, and that was one of them. So since October 7th, it's been missing, and it's December 5th today. So that hasn't been here for a very long time, but it's been in someone's loft though, because it's in great condition. So this is a couple days later, and it's nice and cool out in the afternoon. And some days are just made for flying. I couldn't keep these guys in on a day like this. They've been going strong now for about 40 minutes, and it looked like they just returned home, so probably be landing pretty soon. Even the ones that were molting, finishing up their molt, they're just flying like the wind. But I took a bunch of breeders, a bunch of birds that I wanted to breed out of that flock, and there's still probably about 40 something, 42 maybe up there. So pretty good team, pretty good size old bird team. That other bird that returned yesterday morning, she's up there flying as well. She's in real good shape. Somebody was taking good care of her. This is one of the ones right here that I was saying is molting. So she actually raised 2 babies not too long ago, and still coming through the molt. So she decided to land and come in. So all these birds have been medicated for, pre-breeding season. And this time of year I medicate everything. And I use that, it's a product called MoxyVet. And it's the only medicine that I use, other than if I see a bird that could possibly be sick or something, I'll give it a Tony's Treasure Pill. And that's an antibiotic, but I hardly ever do that unless I'm really sure I got a sick bird. and that only happens maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. That's all I do for taking care of the birds, for the MoxyVet Plus, they call it. Basically, it's moxidextrin. Takes care of internal and external parasites. Not one of these birds has a single feather mite on it. This stuff works great. Everybody does it different, and you can't mess up. As long as you're taking care of your birds, there's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong medicine. Certain people say you have to do certain things, but you just gotta keep your birds healthy, that's all. I was watching a video the other day of a guy doing a big 20-minute rendition of how you have to breed your pigeons, and it was kind of comical, making up all kinds of rules. It's one of the easiest animals on the planet to take care of, and I would kind of know because I've done all different kinds of birds and farm animals and everything, and pigeons are the healthiest, most prolific, and they're easy to understand too. You just watch them. They'll tell you everything you need to know just from watching them. All I've been feeding them is corn, 50% corn and 50% chicken layer pellets. So a good quality chicken layer pellet, and look at them fly. You could spend $50 a bag for food and they won't fly that good. That's why I said pigeons are easiest animal around. Just watch them, see how they react to different things, and they tell you the whole story. So basically, I'm not an authority on anything to do with pigeons, but I am the opposite. I can tell you, you don't need to listen to an authority. You just listen to the birds. Nothing takes the place of exercise. And if your birds fly for 2 hours, feed them plenty and put them back out the next day. Never mind 2 days off. That's not a thing for racing pigeons. They need more exercise to get stronger. Now, these birds just don't want to come down. They got a lot of energy. I'll try to catch them when they come down. There's one that's been up there for an hour and a half because it was in a breeding cage. I just threw it out because it was too aggressive with the hen. So I threw him out, and he's been flying ever since. So he's working off some of the aggression. Yeah, a lot of pent up aggression. Ever since I stopped purchasing those expensive grains, I didn't notice. Actually, I noticed the birds fly better than eating all those seeds. The corn and the chicken layer pellets. Corn is about $10 for 50 pounds, and chicken layer pellets is $14 or $15 for 50 pounds. So it's like a third of the price per bag, and the birds fly better with that stuff. They just simply fly better. I don't know what to tell you. When I bought my first pure white pigeons, and those were my first racing pigeons, the pure whites, I asked him, what do you feed them? And he said redstone grit and 50-50 with the corn and chicken layer pellets. And I didn't listen to him, and I for the next 4 years or so, I wasted all kinds of money. Not wasted, but it was a learning experience, and I remembered what he said, and I decided I'm just going to do that and see how they fly, And I have chickens now too, so I already had the stuff. So he told me also don't use cracked corn for some reason, and I want to kind of stick with what that guy said, because he had been doing pigeons since he was 11 years old, and he was around 70. So he said no cracked corn. It could give them canker. I don't know why, but that's what he said, and I believe him. I think barley has its place. Like if the bird's been sitting for many months and you want to get them going, get their weight down and get them into flying condition. But I don't think it's something that needs to be fed more than a couple weeks to bring their weight down a little bit. The main thing is you get that vinegar in the water with a little bit of barley, and their metabolism speeds way up. And once their metabolism speeds up, everything starts to happen. You just see them every day, a little bit better. So I think the vinegar is very important. And I put some crushed garlic cloves in the vinegar, and I let that sit for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I use that vinegar, so it's got the garlic right in it. And with my dinner every night, I put that in my water, and it's great stuff. I can't keep spinning around circles here. I'm going to fall to my knees here pretty soon. So anyway, I put that in my water, and come to find out, that's a real thing. A lot of people do that. And it helps out your health quite a bit. So you two are lazy, huh? What's with you? So I'll show the food that I've been using. I didn't just start using it either. I've been using it for quite a while. That's all it is. Corn and chicken layer pellets. Sometimes I'll throw a bag of cheap wild bird seed in there. And of course they like the variety. But they like this stuff too. This is the guy that was a little bit aggressive with the hen, and man, what a good flyer! I wish he would have took to that. Wish that hen would have took to him, and I would have liked to get some more babies from him this year. But all my cages are full now. Yeah, see, you guys ready to go all the time. That's what usually makes good flyers when you got good breeders. He just flew for an hour and 45 minutes, and he's ready to mate up. That is a great muleman hen, and her mate is that guy, that big guy right there, and he's 100% muleman also. They produce some real cool looking, it's either a model, comes out models, or indigo bars. But I noticed that bird that returned yesterday, and she's very healthy, and she's really interested in finding a mate. It's going to be real cold tonight, so I want to make sure they have plenty of food. They certainly did fly well. I believe one of the reasons they fly so well is the chicken layer pellets is an easily digested food, you know. So it's all ground up and ready to go into their system, so you get plenty of energy from it. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll keep you updated how the birds are doing and how the breeding season's going. Give me a thumbs up if you like the videos, and please subscribe. Take care.